welcome to Food Travelers. In this episode, we are in Taipei, Taiwan, and we are heading to a beef noodle spot. It's called Zheng Wu Beef Noodles, and of course, as the name indicates, it's a beef noodle spot which is super popular in Taiwan and Taipei itself.
And it's located in the Da'an district. They are closed on Sundays, and they do open every other day from 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. for lunch, and they are closed for a few hours and open again from 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. for dinner. And looking at the menu and everything, Simon, it does look pretty good. What would you say is some of the popular things?
Well, they are the beef noodles, and so you can have it in a variety of ways. And as you saw the menu, it's actually a menu where you get it down and you mark the things you want, and then they'll put all the stuff you have into the beef noodles that you order. And in my case, I actually ordered a whole bunch of different type of meats, beef. There's some tendons, some other things I put in. You can also order what kind of noodles you want, either hand shaven or hand stretched made, and other varieties. But as you can see, it's really actually not that big of a spot, so there's limited seating. We came early when they opened up, and so it's a tiny spot, but it's really nice. I really did enjoy having this beef noodle, and of course it's made as you go through and you order it, and they'll bring it over to your table. The spot behind where I was sitting was actually the cooler for the beer and other drinks, and so it was kind of interesting because I was kind of right at the door and it doesn't open that much, and so getting any drinks, I'd have to actually grab it, so there wouldn't be anybody else would actually come up to me if I wanted something. They would just ask like, oh, can you grab that drink for somebody else, and then I'd actually open it up and go grab it.
Yeah, it does sound kind of interesting. It sounds pretty tight there. Looking at the noodles here and the beef, is it brisket that you got?
Yeah, the beef was actually brisket. It was really nice and soft and tender, so they did break it down to the point where they put it in into the broth and let it cook down for a while to actually be able to break apart and not be too tough or anything like that. Of course, one of my favorite things is tendon too, so I did have the tendon as you saw, and I really enjoy tendon when it's really been cooked down and it's really nice and soft and gelatinous and super tasty.
Yeah, I like tendon too. I like my beef noodles with a lot of different type of meats. I guess different type of beef, different type of slices of beef in there. There's another beef noodle spot also in the Da'an district that I've been to. I think it's called Beef Manor beef noodle location, and there was a video of that I made a couple years ago. And that one, for me, I thought the broth, looking at that and comparing to the one that you have, your broth looks a lot darker, I would say, in terms of color. I think the one that I had is a lot lighter in broth color, but then there's different type of meats. I don't think there's as much choice in terms of noodles like you had here.
Yeah, the broth is really nice, and then you said it was dark. My friend that I was with, he actually ended up drinking the entire broth, so he really enjoyed it. I was kind of full, so I couldn't finish it, but I did have majority of it. But this is a really nice spot, and I know they have really good ratings on Google and everything else for what they are, and they're not super old, but they're not quite like super new either, so they're kind of in that middle section, but they're getting quite popular, so a lot of people are actually coming here to visit. So if you want to actually have a good beef noodle spot, I do recommend coming over to Zheng Wu Beef Noodle. It's a really nice spot to hit that classic Taiwan beef noodle soup. And to wrap up the episode are our notables, and unfortunately for this episode we did not have any notables.
And to support our channel, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the YouTube algorithm. And for more photos, follow us on Instagram. See you guys on the next episode.